Hello and welcome to episode 9 of the Gamer 101 podcast. I'm your host Luca. This is my co-host Pete,
Hi everyone,
and
glad
we
to be
wish you a
here.
Merry Christmas.
The new year is right around the corner. We've got
Christmas is right around the corner.
Christmas is literally just days away from us right now at the time of recording.
And at
But
time of listening, it's tomorrow. Or if you're listening in 2019, it already was.
so no surprises there. However, however, the 2019 is right around the corner. The awards in terms of gaming have been already given out, except the Steam.
Yeah, but no one cares about those. They're not real awards.
I know they are not, but it's presented and brought to you by Steam, so it will have some merit.
I liked the rewards better last year when people were actually voting for the nominees for the categories.
Oh, so I am not really aware of how it worked last year, but I didn't know that people could vote for even for nominees last year. Well, but so this year, Steam decided to change that apparently, and they had their special committee and team of experts to really give us what they think is or are the best nominees in each relevant category.
Mm-hmm.
Which leads us to the fact that the holiday is upon us right now, and we probably had a leisure time or some free time to catch up on the games that we couldn't or didn't have the chance to play throughout the year. So, what have you been playing recently? Please share with us and with the listeners out there.
I went back to play Persona 5.
Okay,
And I remembered why I stopped playing it.
okay.
I'm literally at the point where if I move forward, all the enemies one hit me, and if I move backwards, I one hit all the enemies. So I know that it's simple solution. I just need to go grind in the I don't know what's it called right now in the optional dungeons,
Okay.
and I have 11 days left until whatever's supposed to happen happens. So I have 11 days to defeat the boss, basically. So I have time to go and level up my characters, gain attributes, and all these things. But I don't know. I'm not feeling the grind right now.
So the proper way of saying it would be you just wanted to get back to the persona, but after realizing where you are right now, you completely gave up on it.
I didn't give up on it. I just decided not to do it right now.
Yeah, and play Fallout instead. Yeah,
No,
I got you.
I didn't play. I didn't touch Fallout.
What a shame. Okay, so anything else apart from the Persona 5?
Not really. I don't think I played anything this week. It was a tough week.
My idea is to really collect pretty much all the PS4 exclusive games and get back into those. So I've started playing Uncharted 4, which after almost 2 years of its release, I must admit it right now, I didn't find it as interesting and worthwhile as it originally launched, or when it originally launched. I was really disappointed quite a bit.
So, do you remember when it launched and I was saying it is quite literally the worst Uncharted game?
Yeah, right when I felt that feeling, I could hear your voice inside my head. We couldn't play, or we didn't play Rainbow Six Siege, which I'm sure will be fixed during the Christmas
Yes,
time.
and exciting news: season or year 4 season pass is now available.
I just had a really quick glimpse on it, saw the price, just couldn't take it.
But
It's
8 more operators, new maps, and boosters.
correct me if I'm wrong, but is the price really 30?
I think so.
Jeez.
Eh, you know.
I mean, it's like they they don't have the devs don't have to make the new game because 30 is almost is half the price of the new game, and they are using all the existing assets, just adding a few operators here and there, a map.
Yeah, but okay, this is a question I was actually wanting to ask you, and I just couldn't find space in the podcast, but you kind of brought it up. So would you prefer if they made like Siege or Overwatch or League of Legends for these games, if they made a sequel, or are you okay with them putting out new content, which is okay for League of Legends? It's free. Technically, it's also free for Siege and for, of course, Overwatch. But you can buy the season pass for specifically Siege to not have to grind all those matches to unlock the new characters.
I mean, the question still remains: how much can you really go on making season passes, or even season like 1, 2, 3, 4 on a annually, to the point where it just kind of gets old?
But that's the point. That's the game. Obviously, League of Legends or Overwatch is, or Counter-Strike Go isn't getting. Oh, well, that is getting old, but people are still playing it as it was when it launched, right? And it's been quite a nice time now. So they just adding new content to the game, or would you rather see them release a new title?
Honestly speaking, I know and I can fully understand why the Ubisoft is doing it, but it would be a right time to do a follow-up on that game.
I actually disagree.
Look, from when we play together, I always kind of get really raged.
Yeah, but I would say for the next game the mechanics would be the same. No, I mean, yeah, maybe some tweaks here and there, but they can also do it in the existing game. They can roll out. Oh, this year's E3 be like, next January we're not doing season 5. We're launching Siege 2.0. You don't need to buy a new game, but we're reworking all the characters or some of the characters that are useless, like Montaigne, and adding a few new ones. Or because now there's after this season there's gonna be like 50 characters, so maybe they can some of the ones that are worse or less played, combine them, and then they have 25, and they can build up on that again.
I mean, if you do the simple math, I'm not sure if the pricing was equal all the previous years, but if it is right when it launches and people want to get straight into it, 30 euros for the first 2 months, which in the span of 4 years gives us 120 euros, that's a lot of money.
I think that's how much I spent on it.
Okay, if it is worth to you, then I'll give you all good for you. Siege had, from what I've noticed, had several changes last year, and from that point, the amount of premium currency that you get through per match, or the in-game currency that you get through per match, is significantly lower in order to increase the new operator, because their price is increased as well.
I think it's less for you, because when you win, you get like 500 per match on ranked.
They gave you a privilege to buy,
yeah,
and not bother with the time requirement.
Yeah. And I just spent my credits on booster packs, and I get weapon skins. Anyway, you know what's not worth the time we spent in that game?
Is it our beloved game?
Yes. It's the Game of the Year honorable mention, Fallout 76.
Fallout 76 has had their share of issues.
Yeah, they also Bethesda also announced let's say, year one plan, right? Let's call it like that. What are they planning for us?
Well, they said that starting from next year, they are really diving deep into providing us with new content, so making sure that there is actually an end game presented, hopefully increasing the stash capacity or stash limit, and just making everybody feel welcome in Fallout. I mean, they didn't really reveal any specifics yet. Just it was a broader context of what they hope to achieve throughout the next year.
Okay, so they didn't. So they announced they have plans, but didn't say what the plans are.
Yep.
That's not great.
But at least you know that they didn't abandon their game. Because there were rumors about Fallout 76 possibly being free to play sometimes in the future.
Well, their store is already priced as if the game was free to play.
Which leads us to the two new, I would call them straight away controversies. One about incredibly expensive store, and on top of that, there are reports coming from the players that they are deceiving the customers when they are doing the promotion, because the item actually never cost that much. So it's straight to your face, like there is clearly, limited offer, previous price, current price in their atoms, but the previous price has never been that high, because if you converted it into euros, it would be 30 euros, and now, it's down to 20. Please, support us.
For a skin.
Yep, for a skin.
That's pretty steep, to be honest. I don't think I ever claimed my 500 free atoms. I don't think I played the game from that point.
Well, just go there and try to submit the ticket. Then you'll know.
I don't know if I have them. Yeah, I don't want to submit a ticket. I don't want to bother with that. I don't care about their stupid 500 atoms. Which,
again, is kind of connected to the Steam Awards, and there has been an incredible amount of dissatisfaction coming from the fans that Steam decided to enroll Bethesda in their Best Developer of 2018 nominees. What the hell?
But didn't they do something else in 2018 as well? While you're thinking about that, it's the Christmas special, so we have some Steam keys for whoever's listening and wants them. I will not say what game it is for.
Okay. But yeah, that's what the surprise is about.
Yeah, so it is HE936 YH V6 CC MI JA. There you go.
Hopefully you spelled it correctly.
I spelled it correctly.
Okay.
And if someone wants a free game, they will, replay that thing over and over. And if you stick with us further, there will be more keys for Steam only, unfortunately.
We don't do GOG.
GOG kind of sucks. Did you find the information?
Not really.
Okay, were you looking for the information?
Not really either.
Oh my god, you're... So today I had Pete prepare the show. This is what you get, right? When Pete prepares the show, it's this.
You get quantity over quality.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's what 90% of the AAA games are about.
Mm-hmm. Well, these days, it seems it's like that.
Which is sad to see.
Is that everything we wanted to speak about?
Regarding Bethesda?
Yeah.
There might be something more about the whole canvas bags which were not delivered to the customer. So Bethesda offered even them for the people who pre-ordered 200,000 Power Armor Edition, $500 atoms, which then again was corrected that canvas bags will be delivered to them as they should be, as they should have been in the first place. However, the production will take 6 months.
Okay. Seriously.
Yes.
All right.
So they were advised to okay, no worries, we got you covered, but please stick with us for 5 or 6 months because then that's when we expect to ship your original item. I mean, did we really come back to 19th century?
19th century? Why 19th century?
Because just that's when all took so long.
That was a bad joke.
There have it 3 Bethesda critical information power bags or nylon or power bags. Canvas bags, I believe it's called, will be delivered and shipped to customers in the following 6 months. Bethesda has plans for their upcoming content next year. Bethesda is listed among the Steam Awards to be the best developer, so we can go ahead and vote for them for the worst, possibly the worst launch ever. And on top of that, the ridiculously overpriced in-game store with the clearly deceiving prices and promotions that they are running.
You know what's not overpriced?
Yes, I know.
Steam Winter Sale.
And not only that, but also January, PlayStation January kind of winter sale has also dropped.
Yeah, nothing on Microsoft side. Interesting tactics. Wonder how it will pay off.
So right now in front of me, I've got not a list of all games on Steam, but I just ordered them, how relevant they are, and we have some really good picks there.
So you wanna?
Yeah, I'll just mention what I believe might be potentially interesting games. So regarding the Steam, first of all, you can get yourself Tom Clancy's with a season 4.
Tom Clancy's what?
Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh yeah, for 11 or so.
9 for even €9.
Yeah, for 9 on episode 9 for €9.
And then, of course, pay 30 for our season 4. Easy clap.
Yeah.
Even the Middle-earth Shadow of War last year, hugely criticized game, €10. There we go.
Okay.
The Division, $7.50.
First, middle Shadow of Mordor. Shadow of Mordor, right?
Shadow of War.
But Shadow of Mordor was the first.
Yeah, Shadow of Mordor.
That was really good.
Seriously, I can't even express how what could be happening at developers to release
it up.
Yes.
But the first one was really good, right?
I mean, it was definitely better than the sequel. Wasn't the greatest, but their Nemesis system, which they introduced, was pretty cool. And the Arkham style combat as well.
It was everything good from a lot of games.
So moving on, you can get Rise of Tomb Raider, which is a second game in the trilogy, €10. Division, $7.50. Euro Truck Simulator, €5. For Honor, $7.50. What else? BioShock Infinite, $7.50. Just Cause 3, €5.
Also. Okay. Just Cause 3, not that great. BioShock Infinite, pretty good. Pretty good.
I mean, BioShock Infinite to me was the best game.
Out
of 3 BioShock games.
Okay, I was gonna burn you on this. If you would say best game of the year when it came out, I was gonna hit you with something.
No. It came out all the way in 2013.
Yeah, you know what else came out in 2013?
Maybe Last of Us.
Yeah, okay. and GTA 5.
You know my opinion on GTA 5.
That year was pretty solid.
And again, I hope I don't need to remind you that year was pretty much the last year of the PS3 cycle. Yeah. So next year is pretty much the last year of PS4 cycle, and you just completely underestimated the whole next year.
You know I'm right.
We shall see.
Okay, let's continue with our list. What we find interesting on the winter sale.
Metal
You
Gear
can
Solid
get, you know what?
franchise.
You can get Sight Digital Edition for $9.99. Sight, great game. You can find a review maybe on the webpage. 2019, find a review for Sight. If you do it before 3rd January, you can still buy the digital edition.
That's when that's when the winter sales end.
Yeah.
XCOM 2.
Complete edition, right?
Yes.
South Park Fractured Butthole, 75% off.
And many more.
Yeah, AC Odyssey for 30.
AC Odyssey. No surprise, even Fallout is in sales.
Yeah, but AC Odyssey was, as you say, very good.
Yes, it was very good. Just not that great.
Just not great. It was good, but not great.
Yeah.
Put that on the box. AC Odyssey. Good, but not great.
Didn't achieve the promised heights.
One of the nominees for Best Strategy Game of the Year, Valkyria Chronicles 4, 50% off. You want to move on to PSN sale now?
PSN sales are actually, to me, much more interesting. And right on the front page, you've got God of War Digital Deluxe Edition for roughly 30 euros. Spider-Man's DLC, as well as the base game, Battlefield 5.
Oh, DLC is in sale?
Yep.
Well, I know what I'm doing after the show.
Hopefully it's still there.
It would be really stupid if we're making this and the sale is gone by Sunday.
Now I just hope I checked the DLC yesterday at 3 a.m. and I wasn't looking at something else. So Red Dead Redemption 2 in sales. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Sims for 10 euros, amazing price. Shadow of Tomb Raider, Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro and Crash Bandicoot compiled together, and also some of the PS3 games as well as PS Vita games are on sale as well, which opens possibility to me to finally buy a Gigant Dexter.
It's time for another code.
Let's keep it coming.
I know Pete has a surprise for us as well. Next code for mystery game is JNJGF-GH-M-R-W-046Z7.
So really rush and claim your game today.
The codes are only good for one use, so, first come, first serve, right?
And again, won't go into too much detail in all the games, but Persona 5, which we covered today, is also in sale. The Witcher 3, Watch Dogs 2.
Is also the season pass or the 2 DLC also in sale?
Yes.
I will also buy those. And then I need to go and play Witcher.
Now is the right time.
I know, but I'm home for 5 days. Oh my god.
You will do so much progress.
No, I will prepare Christmas and this bullshit and then be hammered the rest of the time.
Possibilities are limitless here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
A lot of solid games you could filter according to your genre, to how expensive you want them to go up. Really, this, at least from the titles I've seen, there are a lot of them which were also throughout the year in sales, or even during the last flash sale before this, which is called January sales, but also new arrivals. That's all from my side.
Well, it's about to be some more from your side right now, because you said you have a surprise for me.
Yes, I do have the surprise. So
and I guess for everyone else.
Yep. So we all know that Ubisoft has huge plans for next year, and they are coming. The first game to launch is Division 2. Recently, there was an article on the PlayStation Lifestyle. We'll leave the source in the description in the video. And the Ubisoft is running a promotion within the partnership with Walmart that if you pre-order a special, basically energy drinks from Walmart, it has to be only 12 pack for $20. Ubisoft will give you a code for special closed beta.
Codes?
Yep. Like you will be a part
Oh,
of
a code.
a code. Yeah, a code.
Okay. I heard goat. They will give me a goat to sacrifice it.
which I mean we have come to the point where, and they are presenting it in a way that it's basically a privilege for the players to both purchase or pre-order. They said pre-order a special edition of drinks from Walmart. It has to be only 12 packs, so 12 pieces, and only 4 special flavors. You can pick any of the 4 for $20, and then you can be a proud member of our beta team.
We're gonna have a beta team?
I mean, what I mean by that, you can.
I'm very surprised you were not kidding.
I'm not kidding.
Okay, I didn't know we have a. Okay, apparently, guys, we're gonna be playing Division 2 with you. So keep tuned. Am I understanding this correctly? We're gonna be playing Division 2 beta because we got some codes.
No.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying for all the people who pre-order $20 energy drinks.
But we can't pre-order them. We're in Europe. We don't have Walmart.
That doesn't stop you from making a transaction and then claiming according to the receipt.
So can I order from Walmart online 12-pack of energy drink?
We'll give it a try after the show.
What?
The whole point of why I brought it up is simply because it's completely ridiculous. Because basically we are paying, no matter how you look at it, that's 20 euros. Even if you drink and use the energy drinks to your benefit, that's 20 euros to be part of beta, which they promote in a way that here it's an option for you, which should be not compulsory, but you know how all the betas usually work, that there is a beta, and when the final game launches, well, it seems like there has never been a beta whatsoever.
I think like Fallout. So what you're saying is, so they got a sponsor in this energy drink company, and they made a deal with them that you sell energy drinks. You pay us some money, and we tell people to buy your energy drinks, and then on the energy drink can or whatever, there's a code for the beta. What's bad about that? That's sponsorship.
It won't be on the can or on the
whatever,
bottle, but it will be emailed to you.
It's sponsorship.
But again, energy drink, like seriously?
Why not? Call of Duty did it years ago. You could have bought Monster energy drink, and on the can there was a code for a 1-day XP booster.
Okay, but that's entirely different.
No, it's not. It's sponsorship.
It is, but in a way, this is giving people or even forcing. Okay, so if this is the only way you could participate in the beta, and there will be no other way, which we don't know currently, right now, then it will be complete bullshit.
But yeah, if that's the case, sure. But I'm pretty sure they will have some people, from the newsletter list or whatever, to get beta codes as well.
The moment I found the article and looked at how they actually promote it, I was blown away in a very negative way.
I don't think this is a big deal.
Well, then, dear listeners, I'm just over exaggerating. So please.
Was this the surprise?
Me. Yes, this was the surprise.
This is shit. This episode is terrible.
Okay, let's cut it and do the rewind, but but definitely not YouTube rewind.
We need Will Smith to get in here and rewind this shit.
Yeah, and tell the listeners what they actually want, and then be the most disliked video on the planet.
Yeah. Did you dislike it?
Probably not. 13 million dislikes.
Nice. That's about right, I would say. Okay, let's talk about that video for a while. So it was filled with Fortnite, basically.
Yeah, the main theme of the whole video was Fortnite and the island and all
Yeah.
the creators there being players.
So did you recognize some of the people there?
Sure as hell recognize Ninja.
Well, yeah. Him, because, blue hair. And then the only other two people I recognized were the two guys that do ASAP Science.
Well, then I recognize quite a few more, including MKBHD, which is the biggest tech YouTuber there.
I had no idea what you just said.
He's MKBHD. That's his YouTube channel. He's the black guy in the beginning of the video.
I don't know, man.
Well, then you are not a mainstream viewer for the YouTube.
What the talking about? I watch like every day before bed, I watch YouTube.
Well, if this was the collection of the most influential, significant YouTubers out there, and you recognize only one, theoretically speaking, two, then there is something either wrong with you or YouTube itself.
It's wrong. It's something is wrong with YouTube itself. There was no slow-mo guys in the video. They're always there.
Well, not this year. I've watched, and didn't you recognize Casey Neistat?
Who's that?
Okay.
Who's that?
He's kind of a vlogger.
Is he like a basketball player?
He's a vlogger and blogger at the same time, living in New York. Really cool guy.
I have no idea. Why would I? All right, let me ask you a question. I know we're on the internet, right? And we do a podcast, and we kind of want people to listen to us. And if you like it, good. We don't want you to listen to us. We would like you to listen to us, and whatever. Why would I watch? If he's talking to the camera like, I just took a giant shit and I'm on my way to work. I don't care.
I've watched few reactions from the most iconic people who you didn't recognize there, and they said like when they were shooting it, the whole concept and idea of the video looked, and actually what they were communicated was much more than the final result. So in terms of the execution and how the final picture painted, it wasn't really the best result, and they were really shocked and surprised at the same time.
So they're now backtracking and saying that, it's shit. We didn't know it's gonna be shit.
Obviously, they are not going that straight, but yeah, they said like it. They could see why people are really hating it, because it's nowhere near what it should be when they were there shooting their part, and the concept was much more promising than. Do you remember when the Casey Neistat, the guy who you didn't?
I don't know who that is.
He basically said a K-pop, and then the K-pop song started playing. Do you remember that part?
I didn't mind the K-pop.
Okay, no, there is nothing wrong with the K-pop. What is wrong is that the K-pop, the song, is from the artist who got who got cancelled his channel on YouTube by YouTube himself. Cancelled his channel, and
Mr. YouTube, why do you do this?
And they took his song and put it in the YouTube Rewind.
Oh, I know. I saw this on Twitter. There's some dude that.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't know this. That's
what happened. Like,
you need to invite us for what's it called, a Rewind 2019. But don't let Pete plan it, because it's gonna be a pile of shit like this show.
Then we will have a challenge. Could it be worse than the last year?
Yeah. No. Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Rodel is there. Yes, I am ready.
This has been a short episode. We haven't had this short of an episode in a long time.
56 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're complaining. Let's work for you. Okay. I promised timer for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
To make both of our lives short. A little simpler. Is it a man?
No.
Is it a woman?
Yes.
Is it a white woman? Does her skin change throughout the game? So her skin doesn't change? Is she a white woman? Still didn't get the response.
He That's kind of a question that I can't answer.
It-
Technically, yes.
Oh! Is she not a human?
Yes, she's not a human.
Okay. Now I know why you didn't want to say anything about her skin. Okay. She's not a human.
You have 2 no's, if I'm counting correctly.
Is she part of a trilogy?
No.
Is the game available on PC?
Yes.
Tricky question, is the game on sale right now?
Let me check. It is on sale.
Okay, it is on sale. Okay. Steam sales.
Don't be.
Does she have colorful hair?
No.
Does she wear glasses?
No.
Is the game set up in universe? Or set in universe?
What does that mean? Yes. In Milky Way, yes, probably.
You could have a female alien in a game on Earth.
Sure. The Earth is in the universe.
Well, surprising information for all of us. But you know what I mean. I mean, on Earth, or if it is out in the white
So
universe.
then no, it's on Earth.
Oh, so God damn it! I shouldn't have said anything. Now I just added one more no to my collection.
You have 6 no's already.
No's already?
You suck.
I know. Is it a famous game?
Yes.
Are there more than 3 entries in the game?
No.
Is there only one game?
No.
Are there 2 games?
Yes.
Okay. We revamp the math quickly. I got 2 more chances, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you control her in a video game? Oh.
You already had 9 no's.
So this is my final chance.
You are the worst at this. How are you so bad?
I just don't put a lot of emphasis on side characters. And you warned me last time.
Yeah, but ask good questions. I believe you could at least get the game.
We'll find out soon enough. Is she, is she wearing an armor?
Technically, yes.
Does she have superpowers?
No.
There you have it.
That's 10 no's. Do you want to guess?
Another chance.
All right. Do you want to guess the game?
Have 0. Don't have the slightest idea.
Okay, if I tell you the game, do you think you can get the character?
Try me then.
It's Portal.
What I'm about to tell you will not only blow your mind.
You have never played Portal.
I did.
Yeah?
But just for 5 minutes.
All right. So it's the main enemy in that game, and her name is GLaDOS.
GLaDOS?
Yeah, she's the AI that promises you cake for solving all the puzzles. But as we all know, the cake is a lie.
Oh, hold up, brother. How does AI have a character?
Character what?
I mean, a gender.
Because she's a female voice.
That doesn't mean she's a female. Okay, just messing with you. Okay, got it. So, there you have it. That's the end of the episode number 9.
The worst episode in our history. Also, there's another code. I almost forgot.
Okay.
God damn it.
Please don't go anywhere.
5CIHY 9I4JX MJRX0. There you go. Merry Christmas.
We'll have one more episode before the end of the year, so get ready. There is still a not decided slab bet.
Oh my god, will we end the year on episode 10?
Yeah.
How did this happen?
Naturally.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So don't go out and spend all the money.
No, buy everything. Buy
Tempting.
everything Pete listed.
We are not responsible, just a disclaimer. We are not responsible for any bad purchases that you might do according to our list of recommendations.
No, so do you not trust your recommendations?
I do trust my recommendations. I don't trust the listeners doing their decisions.